Hi everyone, and welcome to the DIY Beauty Lab. My name is Leah, and today I'm going to take you on my mommy makeover journey from start to finish. I had a tummy tuck, muscle wall repair, fat transfer, breast reduction and lift, and lipo 360. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely stick around. I'm going to take you on my year-long journey of my mommy makeover. I had it done last January, which would be 2023, and it is currently January 2024. I also had a minor revision in September, and so I'm going to show you my results from an entire year of healing. Now that I've healed, I kind of feel like I can give you my opinion on the entire procedure. So let's jump into it. Today I'm going to talk about things I would change, things I liked, products that I used, things that I didn't like, and things that are absolute mandatory must buy. So just to give you a little backstory, I am currently 44 years old. When I had this procedure, I was 43, and I have 4 children, and they were all around 9 pounds, and it really did a number on my stomach having that many babies so big. I had really bad diastasis. It was like a 3-finger gap. It was just really hard to work out. Every time I tried to do a sit-up, I felt like my intestines were going to come out of my stomach. I really honestly could not wait to get this procedure done, not only to fix my breasts, which were lopsided. One side was a D, the other one was a double D, and they were just really saggy. And I couldn't wait to get a lift and to get them reduced. And so I was just really excited to have this procedure done just so I could get my body back to what it looked like prior to having kids. And with the mommy makeover surgery, they recommended having lipo 360, which is where you go in and just kind of like chisel all the areas around where they have done the major surgeries, like your breasts and your thighs or your stomach. And so I did have lipo on my outer thighs, my inner thighs, my stomach area, around my sides, my flanks, and my back. Now, one thing that I did not know about that I really wish I would have had it done initially was I wish I would have done lipo on my arms and then also on my chin area. You'd be surprised once you kind of snatch like your entire lower body, like how obvious like your arms and your chin becomes. For some reason, that area just suddenly feels a lot larger than everything else. So I wish that I would have known that prior to, but luckily I did go in for a revision. They kind of had to fix one little area on my side where they needed to do a little bit more lipo to even it out. And so if I was going to be going under to do that, I was like, let's just go ahead and do my arms and my chin while we're at it. And I must say that that is hands down like one of my best decisions I've ever made. And I highly recommend, if you are going to do a mommy makeover, just have your arms and your chin done. You will be so glad that you did. So now that I've given you an idea of what the plan was going into surgery, let's talk about all the things I did to prepare for surgery. I highly recommend going on Facebook pages and just reading what other women are saying about the exact surgery you plan on getting. The 2 Facebook pages that I highly recommend was Go Tuck Yourself Mommy Makeover Group, and then find one that's local to where you are. The one that I used was Dallas Plastic Surgery Dolls. This is where you can ask questions. You can also search specific topics like arm lipo, stomach wall repair, things like that. And you just want to see what other people are saying about those procedures. They also post their before and after pictures, and it's a really great place for you to gain some peace of mind when you're trying to make such a big decision. The other reason these pages are amazing is because it really just helps you decide which doctor to choose, especially with the local one. If you go on a local Facebook page, it's not monitored by doctors like Real Self is. I definitely do not recommend using Real Self to find your doctor, because these doctors pay to advertise and they also pay to have reviews taken down, and I just don't trust any site where people pay to advertise and then they also are promoting themselves on this site. So I highly recommend using the Facebook pages, the local ones, and you can just kind of get a short list of doctors you're considering and just search on there all the people that have had procedures with them, look at their before and after pictures. You can even direct message people and ask them what their experience was with that doctor. People will also tell you if they've had bad experiences. That's a really good place to go on there and just kind of find out any information you need to know about specific doctors. So let's jump into how I chose my doctor, who is Bradley Hubbard in Dallas, Texas. I went on about 6 different consultations, and I found the 6 doctors in the first place by searching my local Facebook group and just seeing consistently who people were recommending. So that really helped me kind of come up with a short list. I would see this exact same doctors pop up over and over again with people raving about their results, and so I kind of just started making a short list. And then what I would do is I would go on their individual websites and look at their portfolios, and I could tell right off the bat if the doctor had results that I was looking for. I kind of wanted more of a natural look. I wasn't planning on having implants, so I just wanted a lift, and I just wanted somebody that did really good lifts without an implant, for one. And I also wanted a natural looking belly button. I've just seen so many doctors that maybe their results are amazing, but their belly buttons just always look funky. And so I was really picky about what I wanted my belly button to look like. And so that was one thing that I was always looking for when I would look at people's results. So go on the Facebook pages, look at the girls' results that they post for those specific doctors, and then also go on the doctors' pages, their Instagram pages and their websites, and look at their portfolios and just find doctors where everyone is recommending them that also are board certified, so you can check on that, and then also have good Yelp reviews. Yelp, you just can't go wrong with Yelp. If something has gone wrong, somebody's going to go on Yelp and say something about it. So once I had my short list, this is where things got a little bit more complicated, and why things took me a little bit longer than I expected. It was like a 2-year process for me to actually get in and have the procedure done. Dr. Hubbard, who I chose, was 8 months out for even a consultation, which really was a good sign in hindsight, but it took me a while to not only get a consultation with him, but then I had the other doctors I wanted to see, which I was able to get into probably like 2 to 3 months out. So it was like a 8-month-long period of time where I was going on all of these different consultations in like the Dallas area. So I started making all the consultation appointments, started going to consultations. My last one was Dr. Hubbard, and that was in December. And luckily they had a surgery appointment that was at the end of January. So it was only like less than 2 months out from my consultation time, which was great. So I took that right on the spot, gave him the deposit. I was like, you are for sure the one. I just loved his bedside manner, and he just answered every question that I had. He was also super honest with the things that he could do and couldn't do. When I would ask him about certain procedures, he'd be like, I don't think you need that. And so he was really honest about things like that. And so really loved him and his staff. And to be honest, like when it came to price, he definitely is on the higher end for the Dallas, Texas area. I paid a little over $27,000 for the procedure. I ended up paying more for the arm lipo and the chin lipo during the revision, but the initial quote for what I had done was $27,000. Now that's nothing from where I'm from, California. So $27,000 is nothing for California and New York standards, but definitely is higher for the Dallas area. So this was something that I wasn't trying to like save money on, because obviously this is my body and I'm going to be stuck with this the rest of my life. And so I have definitely seen a lot of horror stories online. So I was not trying to like do the budget route when it came to this procedure. So I was really looking for somebody who knew what they were doing, that I trusted, and I was really kind of willing to pay whatever amount that was going to cost to get a doctor that really knew what they were doing and had a lot of experience. So the next part of the process was preparing for the surgery. Now this is where those Facebook groups and also Pinterest will really come in handy. I would go on Pinterest and search Mommy Makeover necessities and just find post after blog post, which is pretty much anything you could possibly need for this procedure. There are just hundreds of thousands of women that have had this exact procedure done, and so a lot of them have really taken the time to make really great lists and just give you information for the entire procedure start to finish. So for an entire month straight, I was just ordering tons of stuff off of Amazon. Boxes were being delivered daily with all the things I was going to need for this procedure. If I was going to be bedridden for 3 weeks straight, you better believe I was going to be prepared. So let's really quick jump into all the things that I purchased, all the things that I kind of don't think you really need in hindsight, and then all the things that I absolutely swear by and are absolutely mandatory. So let's jump into that. So number one is a recliner. And I mean, bonus points if you can get a recliner that actually has like a remote and will like sit you up. But a recliner is mandatory. They do tell you that you can just get those like prop up pillows and use your bed. I'm sorry, but no, you cannot. When you have your stomach just cut up the way that you're going to be cut up with the Mommy Makeover, especially when you have the stomach wall repair, any use of your abs for a good solid 2 weeks is going to be excruciating. So you do not want to be trying to get in and out of a bed. There is nothing better than when you are coming back on your walker from the bathroom, to be able to just like gently sit into a recliner and then gently lay back, and then to be able to have the legs come up slowly and for you to be able to prop your legs up. Oh my gosh, you have to have a recliner, hands down. Mandatory, whether you rent it from Rent-A-Center, get one off Craigslist, borrow one from a friend, or you can even get them for super cheap off of Amazon. I'll link it right here. But hands down, must have a recliner if you want to be comfortable during your recovery. The next item is the Juven Healing Drink. Now this is made by the company that makes Ensure, and it is a like reparative drink that is designed for healing for surgeries, from injuries. A lot of elderly people drink this, and it is just so helpful for healing. I attribute this to all of how well I healed during this procedure. When I went to my month appointment after the procedure, the doctor was shocked as to how well I healed. And he was actually not the one that recommended this. I found this on a blog, and I drank this all day long. I had like 3 packets that I would drink a day, all day long, and it really just helped keep my swelling down, and it helped me heal so incredibly fast. So it is on the expensive side. I want to say it was like $150 for a box, and I didn't even use the whole box. But if you're already spending all this money, you might as well get something that's going to help you heal quickly. Number 3 is the LP urinating assistance device. I was going to bring mine up here and show you, but I'm like, that's disgusting. I used it for my surgery, so I'll just put a picture up right here. But pretty much this thing allows you to stand up and pee like you're a guy. And when you have had this surgery done, you do not want to be sitting down in a toilet seat, because then you use your abs every time you get up and down from the toilet seat. There's nothing better than being able to just walk up to that toilet seat, grab this little device, and pee standing up, especially when you're drinking a lot of that Juven drink all day long, which you should be to stay hydrated and to help your body heal. So you're going to be peeing a lot, and so you don't want to be sitting on the toilet seat. So 100% worth every penny, must get the LP device. Number 4 is stool softeners. I started about a week before. I would take one a day, and it just kind of got everything going smoothly and regularly. And so if you start a week before, it'll kind of really get your system going, so that the second you have the surgery, it kind of just continuously stays regular. And then from then on, for a month after, I recommend just continuing to take one a day. That hands down will keep you from having to deal with like the constipation issue. And then you also don't want to be taking laxatives or doing anything that's going to cause cramping. And then you also want to keep kind of like the swelling down in that area. So if you can keep that in check, it will just really help with your recovery in that entire area. Next is a rolly cart. This thing is going to be your best friend during your recovery. This is where you can put your water bottle, you can have your medications in here, your chart for your medications, you can put the remote control in there. It is just going to be the place that you keep everything that's important, because you do not want to have to be getting up and down to go grab a snack. So you can just put all your snacks, everything that you need right next to you in this rolly cart while you're laying in your recliner. Number 6 is a drain holder. When you come out of surgery, you probably will have 1 or 2 drains, or you might have a drainless procedure, which means that you don't need this at all. But I had 2 drains, and so I had a little like drain holder that had pouches in it that was specifically made for this. And I would just put them in there, and it just kept them out of my way, so I wasn't having to worry about sitting on them, or when I'm walking, them dragging on the ground. So you can get a lanyard if you want and just kind of like clip them so that they stay right here around your neck. But it's really helpful, especially when you're trying to take a shower. You don't want to have to deal with your drains. Number 7 is a surgery wardrobe. Now I lived in a long sleeve button down like PJ dress, and I bought 2 of them. And so when one was being washed while I was taking a shower, I would have a fresh one to be able to put on right after. So I highly recommend getting 2. And then you want to get compression socks that go up high. Not only does this help with circulation, but it's just comfortable. And so I got the really tall ones that went up over my calf, and then also slip-on slippers, especially if you're going to be walking around. If you plan on going on a walk outside, you don't want to have to be bending over to try to put shoes on. So just comfy slip-on slippers are really great. All right, so let's talk about items that I purchased that in hindsight I realized I probably didn't need. Maybe they were nice, but not necessary. One is my full-length leg massagers. Now I did love these things, and personally I felt like they were worth every penny because they were comforting, but I didn't necessarily need them. The doctor did send me home with my own version that was a little bit smaller, but it was really just to help with circulation. So kind of it's like a little mini massage. The one that I did purchase on Amazon, which I will put right here, was kind of of like having my own like personal masseuse massaging my legs, and it also has a heat component to it and a red light like healing component as well. So I don't know if that really helped, but all I know, it was comforting. It was nice having my legs massaged when I was in pain. Number 2 is a walker. In hindsight, I realized that my walker actually was kind of preventing me from healing quicker. I loved just walking around. I would try to get my steps in like every hour. I'd do like 3 laps around my island, and I would just like be hunched over on that walker, and I kind of used it as a crutch and didn't stand up as quick as I feel like I should have. A lot of people were standing up a lot straighter than me, like a month into their surgery, and I think it was because I was leaning on that thing all the time. I think if I would have just gotten a walker, or not a walker, but a cane would have helped me so that I wouldn't feel like I was going to fall over, but that also that would kind of help me to rely on myself and my own strength to try to stand up better. So I would have gotten a cane instead of a walker. So number 3 is a shower chair. It was nice the first few showers being able to sit down and not stand up while I'm trying to bathe my body. I definitely could have just held on to the side of the shower and still taken a shower just fine, but it was nice to have. And then a few other items that I purchased that I use for long-term healing was I got a faja. Now your doctor might send you home with like one of those faja binders, but I chose to purchase one that was a little bit more a little bit nicer. The material was a little bit softer, and it was more of a full length one, and it also went up to the strap. So the one that I got from the doctor kind of just went across here, but I got one that kind of went full length and kind of kept everything in. So you might want to get a faja. And then also I got a shake board, which is kind of like a board that you stand on that just shakes, and it really helps with lymphatic drainage, because that's one of the main things that you want to help your body do, is to kind of get all the swelling out and get all the toxins out and just kind of help it heal. And so when you stand on this shake board, it really just kind of helps all the lymph nodes drain in your body. So I probably stood on this for about 10 minutes every single day, and I think it really helped. And last is silicone scar tape. And then also I had like a scar gel, and I'm forgetting what it's called right now, but I got it from my doctor. So you can use scar gel, scar tape, but this is a really great thing to kind of help protect your wounds and your scars, like when you're wearing pants, like a couple months out. I always had a hard time putting on jeans for probably like 3 or 4 months because I was afraid that I was going to irritate my wounds or my scars. And so I would just put the scar tape over, especially on my tummy tuck area. And that helped me kind of feel a little bit more protected when I put pants on. So now that I've told you everything that I learned for prepping for the surgery, I'm going to go ahead and take you on my entire journey. I recorded all of it. Unfortunately, it's vertical on my phone, but from the second that I walked to the hospital and then all the way until even after my revision, I recorded it all. So if you want to see all of that, it'll be happening right after this. I'm going to go ahead and show you really quick my current results. So I'll show you before and after, and then if you want to hang out for the entire journey from start to finish, that will start right after this. Good morning, everybody. It is the morning of the surgery. I am so excited. It's 4 a.m. We have to drive all the way to Dallas, and surgery is at 7:30. I've got all of my narcotics ready to rock and roll. I am supposed to take one of these 3 hours prior to the surgery. So I'm go ahead and do that right now, and then the rest of them, I guess they're going to explain to me when I get out of surgery. So see you at the surgery center. All right, so this is my hospital outfit, buttoned down like they told me. Got my Uggs on because it's supposed to be snowing here in Texas. But this is going to be my recovery, oops. This is going to be my recovery room here. I've got the Lazy Boy ready to go, and my tray that has all of my stuff I'm going to be needing, my medicine, my arnica, and of course my stool softeners, which I've heard is like mandatory when you have this done. But I've got my walker, my little grabber thingy, all that fun stuff. So let's do this. Ready, Brad?
Are you in pain?
Okay, survived. Oh my gosh, I woke up and I was in so much pain. It was a 4.5 long surgery, 4.5 hour long surgery. Woke up, I was like dying for pain meds. They gave me all the propofol. Is it propofol?
Everything.
What's the pain meds they give?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Not the street stuff.
Not the street stuff, she clarified. But just gave me all the fentanyl she could give me. I was in so much pain when I woke up. Obviously super doped up right now, but yeah, I'm on my way home, so can't wait to just go to sleep. But I survived. Good morning. I had to put a filter on because I feel like hell. Oh God, that hurt laughing. Okay. No laughing, no laughing. Okay, survived day 1. Yesterday was so hard. Way harder than I thought. I woke up at the hospital in an incredible amount of pain. Like I was begging for them to continue to give me more of whatever was in the IV. And then I don't really remember much going home. I was still in a lot of pain, but they had me pretty doped up. And then the second I tried to get out of the car, it was like, it hit me how tight my stomach was and how much I had to use my stomach muscles to try to move. And that has been the hardest part, is like trying to transfer from like the lazy boy to my walker to go to the bathroom, things like that. Like the pain that you just don't realize how much you use your stomach muscles until you have a surgery like this. And so that's been the hardest part, but currently all set up with all my stuff. I got these really cool leg things. So I got these leg compression things, which are awesome. It goes all the way to my feet. So this has been super helpful. And then I've got my drains, of course, that I've had to drain numerous times. And this part has been the easiest. Like I said before, I honestly can't even tell that I had anything done here. It doesn't even hurt. So I got a reduction on the left side to match this one, and then a lift. So now I have little bitty titties. Very happy about these. So anyways, can't even tell this. They are a little bit swollen, but it's not that bad. This is my setup here. I've got my water that always has my Juven packs. So these things you must get if you get a surgery. They're actually very expensive, but they're great for internal wound healing. So that always goes in my water. And then I also have my pineapple juice. So that goes in my water. And then I've got my stool softeners and then all my meds. And then I chart everything. I've got all my charts here. Keep track of it all, otherwise I'll forget. Hi guys, sorry I dropped off the face of the earth for a second there. Last few days have been rough. Let me just tell you, I've been regretting my life decision. Why do I laugh when I get on here? That hurts so bad. Okay, no laughing. It has been a very, very rough recovery. I don't regret it. People have asked me that, and I don't regret getting it because I know that once I get through this, like 2 weeks, I will be so glad that I did it because I've been wanting this surgery for a very long time. But in the meantime, this has hands down been the roughest recovery ever. Not only is it painful, but it is just exhausting. Like I feel like my body is going through so much trying to heal from all of these different procedures that I've had, and I'm just exhausted. When I stand up, I feel super lightheaded. My body's it's just taking a toll on my body. And so I've got these leg compression things that have really helped with like inducing blood flow through my body. I've been sleeping a lot. I've been taking a ton of meds and pain pills and just the whole nine. So here is the before and the after on the operating table. All right, so I'm going to show you a picture of what my stomach looks like from the side. I pretty much always looked like I was 4 months pregnant because my stomach wall was so tore that like all of my intestines were able to kind of like protrude. And so no matter how much like exercising I did, it would just always kind of had that protrude feeling. So you'll notice that like on the sides of where my abs are. Like that's where my stomach's supposed to be, and then it protrudes all the way out. So the side profile is where you can tell the biggest difference. I'm going to show you the before and afters, like actually on the surgery table. And it's not like a drastic difference, but you can tell that they definitely added some to my hips, and then they were able to flatten my stomach. So here it is. All right, I'm going to take you on a trip to the bathroom. A little barf bucket there, just in case. This is the part that hurts the worst, is standing up. Oh, good. Got my drains hanging from my neck. Hello. All right, let's go to the bathroom. I attempted a shower, and it took me like 5 hours after that to recover from just trying to take a shower. I've got like a shower seat, like one of those geriatric shower seats, and so I was sitting there, but for some reason, like getting all of the garments off and getting in there and then trying to bathe myself and getting out, it like took it out of me. I could not move for like 5 hours. It was exhausting. I was like, screw this. I am not taking a shower. Why do I keep laughing? That hurts like hell. No laughing. Good morning. It's day 6 of recovery. Spencer's driving me to Dallas to my appointment. Hopefully they're going to be taking my drains out today, which I'm really excited about. Luckily they're not really producing a lot of stuff, so hopefully they'll take them out because they're kind of irritating me now. But otherwise I'm feeling much better, much easier for me to stand up now, and I'm just still really winded. That's like the biggest thing. But there's a huge ice storm happening in Texas right now, and so there's like flipped over cars everywhere. So I'm regretting our decision of actually driving to Dallas right now, but I'll keep you posted. Hi. All right. So it's been a long day. Had my appointment today. Went great. They took out just one of my drains. It was super hard walking up to the doctor's office because it's on like the 6th floor. Took forever to get there, and it was just absolutely exhausting. So by the time I got there and she was taking the stitches out of my stomach, I thought I was going to pass out. I started getting the sweats. I had to lay down for a second, get a cold compress on my head. That's the one thing that nothing really hurts anymore, especially since I'm on pain meds, but I just get super exhausted just walking. So that's the one part that really hasn't changed since the beginning of the surgery. But otherwise, things went well. Got my stitches out. I only have one drain left, so I'm really excited to get that out next week. And that's it.
Hey, Grace really ditched me. Yeah, she did. It's scowling.
So today is day 9. If you count surgery day as day 1, I don't know how you count that. Should I count like the next day as day 1? I don't know. But so we're on day 9. And now that I'm off narcotics and I'm just doing extra strength Tylenol, I feel like I could feel everything. Like for one, my skin is super itchy, and I can feel like every movement, my muscles inside my stomach, and I'm just super agitated. Like I feel like I want to just crawl out of my skin. I can't sleep. The doctor gave me a prescription for Ambien, but we can't get out of our house, so I can't even go to get the prescription. So I just lay in that recliner at night and just stare. I'm actually just scrolling on my phone, but I can't sleep. And then I'm super uncomfortable. I feel like all of my my incision marks are now like scabbing, so they're kind of like that crunchy, like weird feel to where it kind of hurts to like lean on my side. In other news, very excited, this might be TMI, but I've had 2 bowel movements, which is very exciting if you've had a tummy tuck, because you cannot use your stomach muscles. You cannot push, you cannot blow your nose, you cannot sneeze. And I think I just was on top of my stool softeners enough. I've been using the Dr. Schultz intestinal pills. And thank the Lord Jesus, I was able to like get things moving, because I've heard that there's nothing worse than being constipated with a tummy tuck and all that stuff. So we're out of the woods with that. Very excited. All right, so day 10, feeling really great today because I had an amazing night's sleep because I got my Ambien. That stuff is magic. Like I slept like a baby, slept till 10 o'clock. I haven't slept till 10 o'clock in like I don't know, for like 15 years, since before I had kids. But feeling much better today. But the problem is that here in Texas, we're having a massive ice storm. I don't know if you can see out there. School has been called off again tomorrow. So my children have been at home for 5 days straight. So the last time I took a shower, I had Spencer take photos of me, which were absolutely shocking when I look back at them, because it makes you realize like how much work I actually had done. And I know for me, before this surgery, I loved going on sites and being able to see like other people's experiences, and also to see like really what the whole procedure looked like, and the before and the after and all that stuff. So let's roll the tape. All right, so here it is. This is day 8. Fresh out of the shower. You'll notice that there's like a bunch of like little dots on my back, and those are the entry points for the liposuction. So I think he did small amounts of liposuction on my back. You know, like you get like a little bit of a back roll by where your bra strap is. By the way, thank you, Dr. Hubbard, for that, because I can tell it's nice and smooth now. So he obviously entered in those 3 spots there at the top, and then I have Band-Aids that are like below my butt, and that's where he entered in and like took off fat from like my inner thighs. And then you can tell that the outside of my thighs are actually a little bit rounder than they typically are. I'll find some befores, but I think that's where he added a little bit of fat. And then he also did lipo like right above my butt. That's where a lot of the bruising is. And I think that's how they kind of they take away like the love handles, and then just kind of that fat that like sits like right up above your butt. So the next part is the part that I am most excited for, and where you can tell the biggest difference, and that's my actual stomach. This is afterwards. Keep in mind I cannot stand straight up, but you can just tell that he was able to really pull everything tight, and I'm super excited for the results within the next couple of months. I'm super happy with how everything looks, but my stomach is like super flat, and I feel like everything is cinched in and tight. So these are my befores of my stomach, and then my afters, and then of course got the boobies lifted. Very excited about how they turned out. Good morning. All right, so it's day 12, and it's now at the point where I'm like ready to lose my mind, because I can't go back to normal life. It's still very difficult for me to walk around without getting super winded, still not standing up straight, and everything is healing. So I am itching like crazy. Like I couldn't sleep last night. I felt like I had like fire ants crawling all over my body. Luckily, Benadryl really helped, and I was finally able to sleep. But I feel like I'm at the stage of healing where I'm just over it, and it's been 12 days, and I'm like, I gotta get back to normal life. My house is a disaster. The kids have been trying to help, but it's oh my gosh, I'm just over it. But hopefully I get my drain out on Monday, and then I'm hoping that will really help me, because I can put on normal clothes. All right, so this is my first time out going for a little bit of a walk. I'm so winded, and all I've done is walk in front of my house. Feeling much better. I feel like I can stand up a lot straighter. The only problem is that my back is so used to me hunching that like when I walk for too long, it starts to spasm. See, I'm out of breath. But otherwise, everything just feels really tight still. So it's super hard to stand up, but things don't hurt anymore. So that's good. Things aren't itching anymore. Took a Benadryl last night, slept great. But otherwise, now I just have to build up my stamina, because I'm super out of breath. This is still my get up. Haven't changed out of it. Tomorrow I get my drain removed, which means I get to start wearing regular clothes. Hallelujah. All right, so one more thing for anybody that plans on getting this surgery is that when you go in there and you ask them like what the recovery time is, they will tell you 2 weeks. That is not true. It's 2 weeks before you can like actually maybe do things slightly for yourself, like brush your teeth and maybe take a shower. Definitely not like doing normal things at all. Like I would say I'm not going to be able to stand up straight and look like a normal human probably for 4 weeks, honestly. I'm going to look like I threw my back out and I'm gonna be hobbling places. So, but I see why they say only 2 weeks, because no one would get this surgery if they knew they'd be out of commission for an entire month. And let me just say, I'm just so glad I don't have small children, because even when I try to carry my 40-ounce like water bottle, my back starts to spasm. So you've been warned. I'm gonna go take a shower, so I wanted to show you guys kind of the status of everything. So if you don't like seeing wounds and stuff, then definitely don't watch this. But my drain that was taken out last week is still draining. So like this is all just drainage from that, and then that's the hole. But I feel like my incisions are looking really good. They're not inflamed. All right, so here's my belly button. I think it looks really good. It's kind of an innie outie. Good morning, everybody. All right, so you're probably wondering how I went from looking like I was going to die yesterday to being halfway put together. And that's because I just decided, I got a DM from somebody who had the exact same surgery and went back to being a nurse a week and a half later. And I was like, you know what? I just need to suck it up, and I just need to go back to my normal life and rest when I feel like a little bit winded. But I needed to put myself together. I'm going to get my drains out today, and I'm just going to try my best to stand up straighter and straighter every day, and I'm going to go easy, but I'm just going back to my life. I can't sit in the recliner anymore. So back to the grind. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll keep you posted on how things go. And I've also realized that I really was babying myself. I mean, Spencer was so incredibly helpful, almost to a fault, to where I just didn't get up and do anything for myself. So I think that if I just treated it as if like I had kids and I had to go back to my normal life, like my body would act accordingly, and I feel like it already has. Just getting up and getting ready has been huge. Also, another thing, somebody that also had the same surgery said that they started sleeping in their bed like after week 1, and it helped stretch them out. And I think that I'm also, because I'm sleeping in the recliner, I'm kind of babying my scars because I have my knees up and I'm like sitting in an incline, and I need to start like stretching out and standing up more straight. So I'm gonna start sleeping in bed tonight. So things are going well, people. Things are going well. Day 14. This is the extent of me standing up straight. We'll get the tubes out. So let's go. All right, so my 2-week appointment is done. I got the drain out. Did not hurt at all. So if any of you are getting the surgery done and you're wondering if the drains hurt, they pull those tubes out and you really can't even feel it because you're still numb down there. But otherwise, I'm feeling so much better, and we're about to go shopping at Costco, so we'll see how I feel after that. But otherwise, yeah, moving on. Oh, I do start lymphatic massages 3 days from now. I've got to wait till that drain hole scabs over. But I do 6 lymphatic massages and then scar treatments where they do like laser scar treatment after. And you don't start the scar creams and things like that until after a month. So I didn't know all that stuff. Learned it today though. So Monday was the day that I went to Costco, and I decided, I'm just going to get up, I'm going to do this, and I went and got my drains taken out and then walked Costco and quickly regretted that. I had to lay down, and so I paid for it the next day. I literally did not get off of this recliner, and I just felt awful. My whole body was tingling. You could tell it was just way too much too soon. So I'm definitely easing my way into it. Today I was out and about a lot, but I did a lot of like walking and then sitting for a long time, so it wasn't too taxing on my body. But when I got home, super excited about this, I got my red light mat, which is actually perfect because I can just put it right over like my critical areas, like my boobs and then where I had my tummy tuck. And so I'm just laying here on my recliner, enjoying 30 minutes of a red light therapy to help with my scars. Just wanted to kind of let you know how things are feeling. So I don't hurt at all anymore anywhere. It's really strange, but it just doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to stand up. The only thing that's strange is that I feel super, super tight. So when I stand up, everything just feels tight, and I'm still really like hunched over. But the more that I walk, it like I am able to stand up like pretty straight. And then once I sit for a long period of time, like in the car, I go to get back out and it's like I'm back at square one and I have to like stretch it back out again. So that's really the only thing is I'm just super tight, which I guess that's a good problem to have. That means that he really did a good job of. All right, wanted to give you a quick update. Day 18 of my mommy makeover with Dr. Hubbard. So let me kind of give you a close-up of how everything looks. Loving my belly button. I feel like it looks really natural. I'm still super swollen. Like right here, you can tell I have a lot of fluid right here and right here, and I have a lot of fluid in my back. So just to kind of show you what everything looks like back there. Let me show you how my scars look. He has it all the way down to like my pubic line, so I don't want to like show you right there because then I would flash you guys. But I feel like everything is healing really, really well. And you can tell that he just is an artist when it comes to sewing up. Like everything is just really clean looking. Just really clean lines. I just took off my undergarments, so that's why I've got all the indentations. But super happy with the areas that he took fat away. I used to have kind of some saddlebags right here and then it dipped in. So now I just have like regular looking hips. Okay, forgot to talk about my scars here. So this is how everything is looking. Otherwise, I feel like everything looks really good. It's healing up really well. Here's a close-up of my belly button. Everything is kind of scabbed inside there, but otherwise really happy. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so it's almost been 1 month. I had my appointment on Tuesday. Really excited to go in there and see what he thinks of everything and if it's healing correctly. I'll show you my incision marks there. They are looking really good. And my belly button, super happy about the belly button. I've got a lot of scabbing inside there. All right, so one of my main issues that I've had is just a lot of fluid on my backside right here. So I've got just like a bubble. You can feel it when you push on it. So I'm excited for that to finally go away. I've been using this shake board, which I feel like is really helping just get all the inflammation out of my lymph system. And then it's really strange because this is all numb. And that is one thing that I did not take into consideration when I had all this done, is how strange it feels just touching yourself. Like when you go to take off your pants to go to the bathroom, like just your finger like dragging along your side just feels so weird. So the numbness is probably the weirdest part right about now. But all right, so today is my month appointment. I'm here at Dallas Plastic Surgery Center. So I'm really hoping that I'm going to get cleared to start taking baths. I am a nightly bather. I love taking baths. It's like my way of relaxing every night. And it has been absolutely killing me that I have not been able to take baths. And so hoping he gives me the okay and I can take a bath tonight. Hi everyone. All right. So here is my 6-week update on my mommy makeover surgery. My last update was at a month when I went and saw Dr. Hubbard and I was able to start taking baths. He gave me the go ahead to start sleeping on my side and all the things. So I've been feeling really, really great. He did give me a scar treatment. I'll show you guys that in just a second, but I've been putting it on all my scars. Just to give you an update, my belly button, you can still see a little bit of the stitch marks right there, but super happy with the belly button. And let me show you all the other scars. That is what they look like. But I feel like my swelling is down a lot. I've been using that shake board. I'll link it on here, but it's a shake board that really gets your lymph system going. And I swear that it works better than getting the lymphatic massages. So I've only had 2 lymphatic massages and I've been just relying on the shake board to keep my swelling down. And I feel like it has really helped. I was carrying a lot of swelling in my backside right here. And I feel like it's gone away a lot. I still have, you'll notice, watch when I turn, I have this dip like right there. And I don't know if I'm going to have to go back in and get, there we go. You can kind of see it right there. I don't know if I'm going to have to go back in and get more lipo right there, or if I just have a lot of swelling sitting right there and right here, and it's creating kind of this look of a dip. So this is one of the issues I'm dealing with right now. If you look at my sides right here, you'll notice that this side is a little bit bigger than this side. This side kind of comes down and then my hip comes out. It's just different on this side. But it also feels like there's a lot of swelling right here. So I'm hoping that that's going to go down and then it will just match this side. So we'll see. I'm sure only time will tell. But another thing that I've noticed is that, see how it's super flat in the middle and then it kind of pooches out right here at the top? I've heard that this is very, very common. It does feel like there's a lot of swelling right there at the top. But yeah, that's my results so far at 6 weeks, and I'm hoping that everything will start settling and will start evening out. All right, so here's a little bit of an intermission. Now that we have finished all the videos for my recovery for the first part of my surgery, let's go ahead and talk about what happened in between this time and my revision. So right after my surgery, I'd say about 3 to 4 months out, I started realizing that I had kind of a dip, and you'll see the pictures. I'm sure I've shown you before, but I'll show you a picture right here. I had like kind of a dip where I was missing some fat on the one side. So the doctor agreed that we needed to go in for a revision and to kind of just chisel that area, take a little more fat on the other side, and just even things out. When he told me that, I immediately was like, okay, if I'm going to be doing this anyways, and I had to pay for the surgery bill, which was $2,000 to pay for the revision. That's typical for any doctor. Whenever you go in for a revision, you just pay for like the anesthesia, and then I think the hospital stay. So it was $2,000, and I was like, okay, if I'm going to be going under again, I'm going to get my arms and my chin done. I immediately after surgery just kind of felt like this arm area right here just felt larger, because all of this had been chiseled, and suddenly now this just felt like it was just more obvious. And then also my chin. Side note, I had chin lipo about 8 years ago, and I kind of gained a little bit of weight as I got older, and it was a little lumpy, and just wasn't happy with how it was kind of settling over the years. So I was like, I'm gonna get that fixed, and I'm gonna get my arms done. And so that was an additional $5,000, and so it was $7,000 on top of, so before I paid the 27. So it was like I ended up paying probably about $34,000 for the surgery in total. So I had my first procedure done in January, and then I had the revision done in September. And so let's go ahead and jump to that. So I'm sore, like super sore. And I think my lips are uneven. I think I might have hit a nerve over here. Anyways, so that's it. So it was a 2-hour surgery, and I must say that my arms are hands down the sorest part of what I'm feeling right now. Don't really feel the sides as much. Whatever they did here. Oh, they did the skin tight thing. I don't know if you've ever heard of skin tight, but it's like a procedure that like tightens the skin. And I think they did it all around here. I don't know. We'll see once I start taking this off. But I have to wear this bandage for a week. And then I've got my compression garments on. Got my like little leg thingies to make sure I don't get blood clots. And I'll probably be down for a few days, and then I'll be out and about. But Spencer's getting me California rolls because that's all that sounds good right now, and I'm gonna go home and relax. I kind of went into it knowing that I was probably going to need a revision of some sort, maybe, and so so here I am 9 months later. Nothing like grocery store California rolls after an 18-hour fast. Amazing. Currently on my hourly walk so that I don't get a blood clot and die. The weather's very nice right now, actually. When you look like this, but you still want to see your kids' football game, you watch it from the car. Hi everyone. Good morning. It is day 4 after my mommy makeover revision. I still am on Norco, and there's another one I'm on. It's like a nerve. I don't know. Anyways, so not like super good at forming sentences right now. But we're going to go ahead and do this video anyways. So feeling really good right now. Feeling much better than I did with the initial surgery with the mommy makeover, because at that point I had like the full-blown muscle wall repair and the tummy tuck, which was the worst part of it all. So now I'm just dealing with the liposuction pain and all that, which still is a lot of pain, but not nearly as much. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys an update. I just took my first shower since Tuesday, and super happy with the results. I was super nervous about taking everything off because I just didn't know what it was going to look like. And so I'm going to show you guys. And so this is it without the bandages on. Obviously this is day 4, so there's going to be a lot of swelling that's going to go down, but he tightened that up. And then he also did the skin tight, which is a procedure that they do where they stick something, I don't know, it's like a rod or something that like tightens everything up. So when you have like loose skin, especially underneath your chin, it just tightens it up. So this is the chin, day 4. I think he went into my jowls here a little bit too. So there's that. All right, so next thing they don't tell you when you get a mommy, I can't even talk. I feel like I'm high as a kite right now, which I am. But I'm going to do this video anyways because I plan on being high for the next few days. So here we go. What was I talking about? So this is the scar treatment that Dr. Hubbard gave me. It's called Silogen and it also has SPF in it. I actually just ran out of it. And so I got out some stuff that I had from a surgery before, and it's called biocorneum. I think you can get this actually on Amazon because otherwise my doctor is like an hour and a half away and there's no way I'm driving to go get another one of these and I can't find it online. So I think I'm just going to use this for right now. But on another note, I did try the silicone tape, and for one, it hurt taking off. I felt like it was going to just rip open all of my scars, and so I'm not a fan of the silicone tape. But let me show you my shakeboard. So I had someone ask me if I had implants, and no, I did not. I just had a lift and a reduction in my left side, so my left breast was larger than my other one. So I had a reduction in that one to match the other, and then I just had a lift. They did that keyhole type of lift where they don't take off your nipple, and I'm just super happy. I still have all my feeling. I don't have the numbness that I do on my stomach, but I'm really happy with them. I feel like I've got just enough perk and just enough volume. I was a double D before, and now I'm guessing I'm probably a C, but super happy with the results. The great thing is that this bra here, all it is, it's almost like underwear material. There's no pad, there's nothing. And so I can just wear this all day and I don't have to wear an underwire, which is amazing. So you can see on my arm where he drew, and there's the line. All inside of that line is where he went in and did lipo, which tended to be a problem area for me. That's why I gained weight, especially after the mommy makeover. And so he went in and lipoed like the back sides of my arms on both sides. And then here it is on the other arm. And when you do this, you do run the risk of having loose skin, but I would rather him remove the fat and have loose skin than for that area to be a lot larger than the rest of my body. Okay, so now for the main reason why I had the revision. So you can still kind of tell a little bit, but there's a little bit of a dip right here. They went in and removed more fat right here so that this dip wasn't as obvious, and I'll show you guys before and afters. But then they also went in and kind of evened it all out. But the main issue was that this side had a lot more than this side, so they had to go in and kind of like go to town on this side to even it out to that side. And so so now it's more even. And then just to show you kind of like how things are healing from the mommy makeover, those are the scars, so they're looking much better. Yeah, that's it. And if you're wondering like how the revision thing works, like whenever you have any sort of procedure done and like it was a mistake by the doctor or something that just needs to be redone, all you have to do is pay for the anesthesia in the operating room, which is usually around a couple $1,000s. All right, so this is what my arms look like on the underside. So he entered in right there. That's the first entry point, and then there's another entry point, I think right there. But then obviously did a little more down the bra area, and then that's what my back looks like. I think he had to do a little bit more on the back just to even it out. So here are my results after 1 year. Super happy with how everything turned out. When you look at my before and afters for my arms, it's really hard to tell a huge difference, but I can tell a difference. It just gave me more definition, and through here, the skin is still a little bit, like it's not like super tight, but I feel like it looks way better than it did before. And these are my incision marks right here. And then you just kind of thinned out this area right here as well. Okay, so as far as everything else, super happy with how he was able to go in with the revision and kind of chisel this whole area. I kind of naturally have a dip right here, and that's kind of like he was explaining to me that for some reason my one hip on this side is a little bit higher than this one. And so it was very difficult for him to get it even, but really happy with how that all turned out. You see my scars look really good. And then we have my belly button. And otherwise, everything else I feel like I'm really happy with. I'll show you how the scars are healing here. Right, so final two questions is, would I do it over again? And was it painful? I think there's a lot of people that are on here that are considering it, but they're just nervous about how painful it is. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I woke up from that surgery in so much pain that I was begging for them to give me more pain meds. Like couldn't even open my eyes. I was in so much pain. I was just like, give me more, give me more. It was my whole midsection. It hurt so bad. And I did get that Exparel shot and it just hurt. And I feel like I've got a really high pain tolerance. I mean, I birthed 4 kids and I was in a lot of pain. So once you get past the pain part of it and you're past that week, then everything's just uncomfortable. It's hard to shower. You can't stand up. You can't sleep on your side. So if you're not a back sleeper, you're not sleeping. So from that point on, it's just annoying, and if you're supposed to be drinking a lot of water. You don't want to get up to have to go to the bathroom. And it's just that at that point, you just want to get back to your life and you can't. And that's the frustrating part, especially as moms, we've got like 1,000 things that we want to be doing and you can't, you just have to sit. And so the waiting game is kind of hard and it gets frustrating. And then you run out of things to watch on TV. And last question, would I do it all over again? 1,000%. Yes, it was so worth it. When I look in the mirror now, I feel like myself again. I wasn't trying to like be Barbie or anything like that. I just want to look like what I looked like before I had kids. And I feel like that's what Dr. Hubbard achieved. And I just feel better in my clothes now. I feel like I can wear things and I'm not constantly trying to hide my pooch. I'm not constantly trying to wear bras that keep my boobs up because otherwise they'll hang down to my knees. It's just freeing. I feel like I walk around the house now. I don't have to wear a bra half the time because they just stay up now. So I 1,000% am so happy with my results and I would do it again. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on my mommy makeover journey. I have listed everything that I purchased or that I've talked about in this entire video down below in the description. If you want to come hang out with me on my Instagram page, that's typically where I'm hanging out. I don't really respond to messages here on YouTube, but if you have any questions, if you want to send me a message, feel free to do that on Instagram. It's at the DIY Beauty Lab. You can also check out my website, thediybeautylab.com. I've got other videos, DIY beauty videos loaded on there, so feel free to go check that out as well. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.